They're saying good morning. You better remember, little Curious George here. He's the one that'll stare at me like that right up until I'm too close, and he takes off like crazy. And that one should be 023. And 132. 132 looks a lot like 232. 232 is one in the other group with the twins. And yeah, she always looks like she's asleep. So they're enjoying their straw in here this morning. 923. Yeah. She looks familiar, but it's not who I thought she was to begin with. Because who she thought I was Ruby, and Ruby is 922. But all I saw, obviously she looks a little wide for Ruby. All I saw of her when I came in was her head stuffed in the feeder on top of the hay looking at me. I couldn't see the rest. Oh, Bam Bam's standing there. He was chasing a couple of the teenagers in here last night. I'm not sure which two. I didn't see him breed either one. He was just hanging with them, and they were acting horny. So, oh, I know one of them. She just walked in down there. O2AH. I think it's H at the end this year. And the other one was O24H. And that sounds like somebody's got too much green grass. Oh, jeez. I don't think she peed. Not dark spot down there. She didn't pee. I'm going to go on the plus side. We're going to say it's because they're on green grass. Because I don't smell anything. Oh, wait. My nose is stuffed up. But no, I don't smell anything adverse. I mean, if that was runs because she's got coxie. Oh, well, that might be why, too. Because that is Ruby. Yeah. She's went from getting fairly high amount of grain to get her kind of into shape to out on green grass. Hard on their guts. But here, let's take a look. Okay, we got this one that I said looked like her in the face when I walked in. She's about that wide. And now from the same distance. Yeah. But she's looking better than she was. Looking a lot better than being in a hole in the ground. That's for sure. And then, of course, they're all standing here waiting for breakfast. I need to shut the gate at the other end of the feed barn because I need them to be up here for a little bit. Go out and hang a couple gates and move a track hose so we can get some stuff off another fence. So they have some place to go. I'm going to wait on that till number one gets here. Because, no, I'm not packing buckets. Not yet. Give me another week or so, maybe. But, there. We'll start the morning out with some babies and some mamas. And one that complained, I don't know. Oh, and don't forget Rainy and Red. Blue's down here chilling. Yesterday my mother decided she'd used a concoction in the back barn a little bit, trying to get the rats. We have used pretty much everything. She decided that she was going to put some trays of this stuff all over. It's flour, sugar, and something else anyway. And you really want to say good morning, don't you? Is that what you want to do? You want to say good morning? Okay. Well, there's one of them little two pans they put out, and I think it had about twice that much stuff in it last night. So, hopefully, they do some good, because God knows the traps and all the bait. I mean, we got 4 different kinds of frickin' bait, plus everything else. And You know, this is year number 2 of having issues with them, and you know, yeah, they can get to some of the feed, but they can't get to all of it. Only place they can really get to, it's in the feeder, and you wouldn't think the cows would leave enough in the feeder for them, but oh well. You can see, because I can't see much on the screen in the sun, but they actually got a little left out there. May force them to have that for another couple days. There's a lot of that. It's probably 8 inches tall. It's just down to the coarse stuff. This ain't much here. It's more over there. But I got number 2 busy. And she might even have that bottom one all the way in now. It's pretty close. I'll do some measurements and get the top one in. And we had them, that one leaned against the post, and I had this one leaned against that one. Yeah. Then the wind changed. She almost got hit in the head with a gate. Noisy, ain't it? But that's how we do it. We actually have a piece made to go on a impact wrench, but it doesn't fit all of them, and it wobbles, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, so usually just do it by hand. So measure this and get the other one in and get one hanging. Broke that bolt, tightening it up, so I do another one. Yay. Other issue, this post had a split in it, and I wondered. So I had to go make a bolt, put through it to hold it together. It's up where it needs to be now. This hinge really needed to be about here to do it how we needed it, but that's what we got. As you can tell, they don't line up there, but from here to the other gate, right here, straight down the top of the other one. And there's not much I can do about it because where the hinges are on here, and pulled the top around that way as far as I can, and the bottom stretched as far as it'll go out. I just made it so they actually fit together, even top to bottom in the middle. So that's going to work. That's really all the movement it has, which isn't too bad. I might do what I was thinking about before. I might get a couple of muffler clamps and make a rod to put on this one. Stake it just so it can't move. We'll see. But, you know, 1 trip up with the loader and the gates, and 4 trips back and forth with the bike afterwards. I'm done. Really, I am. It's too freaking hot out here. This is ready enough. You know, it'd be nice to have a hot wire across here so they don't rub against it. But, God, you know, the old ones went 20, 30 years without a hot wire. But then we did put one on, so it's kind of a bitch to come out with a hot wire that'll make it that you don't have to remove a whole bunch of stuff. Oh well. And hey, if I'd have got that stuff knocked down a few days ago, that's light enough. This year the ground is so freaking dry, and well, literally you can see the steel posts in there. Usually with posts that high, when I'm mowing, I've got to find the fence before I know where I'm at, because you can't usually find it. Usually this grass is at least 4 to 5 feet tall. That stuff's not even waist high, so it would dry fast. And you know, if it was down and in a bale and off the field, we get some water going. And I'm going to show you something about the water too. Now we can talk about the water. Okay, what's it been? 2 weeks ago maybe we got this up? I don't know. You have to go look back on videos to see when. That stick sticking out of that, that's where the water level was then. Actually, that little spot to the right of that stick along the bank, there was water up in there. And let's see if I can show you this. The yellow birdie is washing himself. So, yeah. And if we look down there, all that green to the left, that should be underwater. The creek literally right through there is only about 3.5, maybe 4 feet wide, if that. I noticed when I came down earlier, up there on the lane looking down, there's a straight stretch here, goes from here down to the pump site. And there's a lot of green showing, it shouldn't be there. It's way down. We haven't started pumping. And this, I said before, we were like July levels, June and July. This is more like August, or maybe even September. They were saying, I actually did watch the news the other night. They were talking about the snowpack on Mount Hood, and they were talking about it's already melting because it's so warm up there. That's great. When it melts off now, all of that runs down the river into the ocean. When it melts off later, it sticks around and gets used as irrigation water on its way down. About a week ago, I saw something where they said that for where we're at, we're in a moderate drought. They've said that the last 5 years. 3 years of that, yeah, we didn't get near the rain we should, but we got rain at the right times. We planted and we got rain, an inch, inch and a half. A few weeks later, we got another inch, inch and a half. We've gotten a half an inch of rain in the last, 6 or 8 weeks probably. Really, it wasn't even a half inch, it was about 4/10. And I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. And keep in mind, the only irrigation we have is right here. Everything else depends on Mother Nature. And Mother Nature's kind of dropping the ball on that. Last year, she dropped the ball really hard. Last year, we didn't get the rain when it usually came. And say this year, we're going to get a half a crop at best. I had some fields that we do were, already spoken for. I was going to put them in small bales and sell them to people, and I'm going to have to call them and tell them I don't think so. When we're said and done, maybe we'll have some to sell. I mean, we have good carryover, considering there's, it is there 100 bales left up there, I suppose, big bales. I've got about, maybe 200 small bales in the back barn. I'm just guessing off the top of my head, knowing what the barn holds, and nothing in the front barn, and nothing in the sale barn up on the hill. 10 years ago, that would have been packed by the end of summer. That would have been packed by the end of summer. The main barn would have been packed by the end of summer. And the barn up on the hill would have been packed. And we would have sold between 50 and 100 tons during harvest. So, tighten up the bootstraps. That's probably long enough to make a good long video for tonight. Too much on it, so. And I'm just pretty well done for the day. It ain't that late, but I'm not whooped. So, thank you for watching.